the woman is the caretaker of that water, that gift of life. She was given that even in because that woman stands at the eastern doorway of life. She gives that life where the water, where that life comes from that east doorway. When a spirit desiring to come into this reality, this comes through that eastern doorway of life.
And it sort of motivated us as Anishinaabe Kwe to look into our teachings around the water. And it is the bloodline of Mother Earth. And what we wanted to do is be able to visually show that to the kids. So one of the women in our group created a shield of the earth, put the Mother Earth's face on it, and put all the rivers as if it was her veins, and put the Great Lake as if it was her heart. And so that became something we used as a teaching, in teaching about the lifeline of Mother Earth and how that's critical, how it's important to maintaining, if her blood's healthy, Mother Earth will be healthy. Yeah. If her blood's unhealthy, Mother Earth will be unhealthy. So that is really key.
Everything is connected to everything else. Nothing exists outside. Everything is inside this world, and everything is interconnected. And for me, for the last 25 to 30 years, my family and I have been very privileged and honored to spend time with Aboriginal people, not only in Canada, but around the world. And when we meet a people, we try to listen. We listen to their stories, their songs and their prayers. And everywhere it's the same. Their songs and prayers are telling us who they are and where they belong on this earth. They celebrate being a part of nature. They give thanks to the Creator for nature's abundance and generosity. They acknowledge that as part of nature, they have responsibilities.
Think back to speaking with my grandfather, and it was something that he told us when we were very young, my brother, my older brother, and myself. And he said at the time when we were young, I'll say it in my own language, Eshmash Kadukshansh, would de Janos Destinanos, Jendrit Hodebiu. He said the day will come when the white people will come to the north and want water. They will want water because the water will be destroyed in the south where they have lived. Because for them, they don't share our view of caring for our environment. They don't understand that, they don't have a deep understanding of how interconnected and how interrelated we all are as a part of creation. And that water is the one thing that sustains us.
For me, I've had all kinds of visions about water, of what I was being told, but I won't, it's, who's going to listen? Mm-hmm. Who's going to listen with how nobody has ever tried to listen to Native people when they're, and we need to talk to our children about that water, the sacredness of water. We need to ask our young women, young girls, all you need to say is when you take that water, Miigwetch, when you drink that water. And that's one of the things we can do is to take care of that water.
It's one of the great ironies to me that after all that's happened to First Nations in Canada, then people like me come back to you on our knees asking, teach us, please, we need those messages.
Heard about women who walk around the Great Lakes. And we want to do something similar, but on a smaller scale. So we decided to walk around Ramsey Lake, which is the lake here in Sudbury, and that's what we did.
We've got probably 30 First Nations that are right adjacent to the water, that border the waters of the Great Lakes, and you've got probably 20 to 25 tribes in the United States that border the water. We have some 350,000 Anishinaabeg people all around the Great Lakes who have been there since time immemorial, and yet we're not consulted. Our governments aren't consulted. We're not treated as equals, and we're not treated as people that have a creator-given right to being a part of the discussions and the decision making with regard to the water that has always been a part of our lives.
I think the biggest thing that is a challenge to our sovereignty and our jurisdiction is exports and diversion of water, the commodification of water, to use water for industry and commercial purposes, to extract water and actually export it to other jurisdictions. We're adamantly opposed to that. So for us, we're not challenging Ontario's jurisdiction in terms of their responsibility to manage the lakes. We just want them to share that with us through a concept of co-management.
If education and science had gone to Indian people, how much more knowledgeable would we be about water? We have known from time immemorial that the earth is round, that the water is her lifeblood, and that it's a spiritual element, not a resource, it's a gift.